Hello. All right, today's workout is total body strength cardio. So I'll be doing lots of total body movements, dynamic movements, a strength exercise paired with a cardio exercise for each set. Are you done? So I had a pair of 10-pound weights, a pair of 20-pound weights, but you might have a variety of dumbbells available to you. All I used was dumbbells and a mat today. So enjoy. Let's start with your warm-up. 30 seconds apiece of jumping jacks. Make sure these jacks have strong arms, not flip-floppy arms through the wrist and fingertips. Really reach your fingertips up and overhead, and then even maybe try to give yourself a high five behind your back on the low down. And if you don't like that impact jump, you can always step your feet apart one at a time for those 30 seconds. Following your jacks, you're gonna do some high knees. Same idea here for that impact. If you don't like jumping off of the ground for this, or even if you're just letting yourself warm up a little more slowly today, you can march in place, really driving those knees up with a tucked core. The purpose here is to get blood flow through the entire body to get your heart rate up. Following your 30 seconds apiece of jacks and high knees, you'll do some curtsy lunges side to side. Now, the biggest thing on your curtsy lunges is to keep your knees stacked over the ankle whenever you have that forward leg. You don't need to step so far back and out that your knee kind of goes wonky out to the side. This is to warm up the entire lower half of your body. Think your entire thigh wrapped around from back to front is working as you lunge side to side. Keep your chest lifted. Breathe in to lower, breathe out to press up. And then you're going to run through this twice more, and I'll meet you in set one. Set one for strength is reverse lunge paired with a bicep curl. So even though you're using light weights here for the biceps, think of high reps for those biceps and alternating on the legs. So each leg is going to get 10 reps per lunge. Your arms together will get 20 reps total for the biceps. Keep your chest up, keep that forward knee stacked over the ankle just like we did for the curtsy lunges, and keep your elbows tucked into the side. You'll exhale as you curl. Breathe in as you stand, and you're going to do those 10 per side. I'll meet you in the cardio portion. Immediately following your reverse lunge bicep curls, you're going to do 20 plyo lunges. That's going to be 20 per leg. So you can count 1, 2, or you can count 1, 2, all the way up to 40, however you want to do it. Now, if you're, again, not a fan of impact of this plyometric work, you're getting your heart rate up here as you work the lower body with a high amount of reps. You can step back into your lunge, just move a little more quickly than you normally would with the weight to get that heart rate up. Hopefully you finished out 2 more rounds of that superset lunge curl to plyo lunge. Moving on to superset 2 will be a single leg deadlift paired with reverse fly. And this is going to be 10 per side. Again, it's a high amount of reps for those flies for the upper body, 10 per leg. And the thing about the hinge here that you want to maintain is hinging at the hips, not the waist, so that your spine is long, your core is strong. You're going to keep a little apple or orange underneath your chin so that you're not gazing straight forward and hyperextending the neck. And you want that core really taut as you hinge so that you can pull your weights against that core, squeezing the shoulder blades, flying the weights out to either side with just a soft bend in the elbows. And while the targeted muscle group of the upper body is definitely your back body, the lower half you are aiming to feel into the standing legs, hamstring and glute. So if this is a little bit of a struggle for you starting on this one-legged hinge, you can always do a little bit of a flamingo toe of the opposite leg instead of lifting the heel back. Just keep it lightly to the earth, the full weight of your body still in that standing targeted leg. You breathe in to hinge, fly, breathe out to rise up, squeezing that standing leg's glute. Following your 10 each leg of the single leg hinges, you're gonna move right into your kettlebell swings. Now I don't have a kettlebell. Congrats to you if you do, but I use the heaviest dumbbell that I can. And then I plant both feet firm, hinging at the hips, and pop that weight forward with the strength of both glutes here. It's a squeeze of the glutes to drive the weight forward. It should feel weightless at the top of the swing and not like it's your upper body doing the heavy lifting here. It's definitely a lower body exercise to drive the heart rate. I did 20 total reps. You can start with 15 and work your way up. Get it. Next, superset. The strength portion here is a tricep push-up. So unlike a normal chest push-up, you're gonna keep your palms a little bit more underneath the shoulders in a closer setting and drag those elbows towards your rib cage while you keep a nice firm plank in the body, inhaling to lower and exhaling to straighten the arms, really feel the backs of the arms squeeze. I did 10 total on my toes. You can always add a few extra on your knees or do them all kneeling if you want to. Your workout, your challenge. Following those tricep push-ups, you're gonna do some squat, clean, and presses. You'll squat first low to drop your weights towards the earth, then kind of like an upright row with an extra thrust, pull the weights up to the shoulders, catch at the base of your squat. Let your lower body help thrust those heavy weights up and overhead in a squat overhead press. So tap the weights down, pull and catch at the shoulders at the base of your squat, and then thrust those weights overhead as you stand. This is a huge heart rate driver. Use the heaviest weights you can to really drive it. Good luck. After you repeated that last set 2 more times through, we're moving on to the 4th and final superset, starting with oblique crunches. I did 15 per side. You can always start at 10 or increase to 20 per side. You're lying on the side with the bottom arm kind of propped up near your side body on the elbow. So as you inhale, lower, exhale, crunch your elbow towards your knee, but really get that side oblique going. And you should feel a little bit of that burn. You can also progress this move to keep your legs long instead of knees bent, like an oblique V sit, and reach your arm all the way towards your toes instead of elbow to knee. So your cardio finale is a rolling get up to jump squat. You're going to start in a reverse crunch, reaching your toes towards the sky, lifting your hips off of the mat with core strength, and then use momentum to roll yourself up to your feet and then do a little bit of a plyo jump squat at the top of the mat. Make sure when you roll back down, it's one vertebra at a time with control. You're not flopping all over the mat, letting your spine go willy-nilly. Alternatively, you can also do the reverse crunches on their own. You could do the plyo jumps on their own. Make it yours. Make it heart rate heaven. Awesome, awesome work. Never forget to cool down. You can meet me in a downward facing dog and step the right foot forward, starting with some kneeling lunges to stretch through the hips. Ground your back knee. Hands can come to that top thigh, taking several breaths to let the hips sink forward. Maybe you want to reach your left arm up and over to really get into that hip flexor and side body. Come back through center before you shift the hips back and straighten your right leg to fold over it, finding the back of the leg, the hamstring to stretch. Always breathing deeply when we move into these cooling down stretches. And you'll walk back forward with your hands, plant the hands to step back into down dog, and switch sides. Bring the left foot forward, ground the back knee, and take yourself through the same set of postures. Remember, you can always stay a little longer in one stretch or another. If something feels really good to you, if you feel like some muscles need a little bit more love and attention today. After your lunge, you're sinking the hips back to stretch the back of the leg. And then I felt that my hip flexors needed just a little more love today. So after coming back to downward dog, I lowered myself all the way to my belly and then propped up onto my elbows like a sphinx pose. Breathing into that stretch through the front of the body, and also gave my neck a little love, dropping chin to chest. Feel free to stay on your mat and give yourself a few extra stretches as you need. But until next time, great job.